Okay, so it was a really long night, a long weekend. So please bear with me. I know I look crazy, and I sound crazy, but let's hop on this Kubera, man. Then, first of all, let me ask you just one thing. My father, where is he? I just told you, because Mirha didn't summon in time. He died while trying to prevent the transport ship from crashing. However, according to what I heard when I arrived here, you proclaimed that you knew of my father's whereabouts, so I came here in hopes that my father might still be alive. But you said he died? By whereabouts, did you mean the fact that he is dead? Pauses for a second. Although I did not see his end personally, it was a situation that meant certain death. Rao crashed down with the neutral bow. They said the entire surrounding terrain was devastated by the impact. It is it possible for a pure blood human to survive something like that? Plus, if he were alive, he would have looked for you right away. That's the kind of person he was. After wanting to see you so much, there's no way he would have ignored you for all this time. And Mirha still looks like, I don't know. Then what you mean to say is that the claim that my father has died has not been acknowledged for 18 years, from N5 until now? Yes, not only that, I also never acknowledged that the neutral bow was his. I heard that the neutral bow is successfully being used now. Raul Leez on it. Then it must have been known just by looking at the name that he was the owner of the bow, right? But as of year N5, this was not acknowledged, saying there is no need to listen to the transport ship terrorists spit out to anything. The transport ship terrorists spit out. They all rushed to trial. Then I was locked up. Rish Seran came to me. Oh shoot, what she do? Ho ho ho! Don't worry and go. What? Visits are supposed to be supervised. He suddenly needed to go to the bathroom, so we should turn a blind eye. You know what? That Raul Lees, he had quite a bit of wealth. And when I say quite a bit, I actually mean a crap load. Yeah, yeah, money, eh? Yeah, money. However, there are no blood relatives of his within a fourth degree within Willar's inheritance range. And so if he dies, all of his assets will be donated and in an 8-2 split towards sponsoring children and the fighter guild. So you get the gist now, do you? Why no one ever pretended to listen to you guys independent from the fact that you're criminals. They wanted the money. One Last God, Kubera, story not by Kurigam, season 3, episode 270, Kubera and Kubera 6. I wonder if he amassed that much wealth just because of like time. Like, if are any of you guys familiar with the character from DC called Vandal Savage? He basically a caveman, one of the first people I was born. A meteor, essentially, the radiation from a meteor essentially made him immortal. The reason that he's so rich is because he's literally had a lifetime worth of um time to accrue these resources and funds. So he's like Lex Luthor and those guys are like stupid rich, but he's rich too. So it appears that the fighter guild is pushing as much as possible for the narrative that Rao is still alive somewhere without acknowledging his death, because in that case they can take all his assets in the name of managing property for a missing guild member. Wait, there have been more people who have seen the picture of Rao's daughter beside those of us. We are trapped here. We were arrested for terrorism, but there were still those who got released. Curiously, all of them died or disappeared in accidents. Maybe being locked up here will save your lives. Ho ho! You think this is funny? All of the houses, accounts, and items in Rao's name have already been put under management of the Fighter Guild. They can't sell off the houses, but it's clear as daylight that the value of the accounts will be completely lost in a few years with those buffoon fighters' dirt poor investment skills. And the items will be lost after being circulated like public goods in the name of renting them out. But is that really being lost? Ho ho! The neutral bow. So what? Those who are trapped here anyways. It's a god class item that was recently discovered. Location wise, it must have fallen from the cart transport ship. Some of the halves growled that it must be roused. When clearly there was no name visibly carved into it. Oh my head, bro. Oh, okay. Do you think it is really roused? We have been saying that all along. We said many times that Ra using the power of the bow prevented the ship from crashing, but we were always ignored. That was before the bow was discovered. The guild was very eager to lock you away. So it goes without saying that talking about items that haven't been discovered would be treated as nonsense. But with the bow having been discovered like this, it will go up for auction if the ownership is not confirmed within 2 weeks. There is no way the guild will let this slip through their hands just like that, right? They probably will come for you for information. This is interesting. I didn't think that she'd be involved here in something like this, but when it comes to like money and funds and rare items and whatnot, I should have guessed it. For example, where exactly Rao's name was engraved on it. You will talk excitedly, thinking that they believe you, and the fighter girl will obtain the bow for free. In the end, you'll end up doing only nice things for them while being stuck here to rot. Those arms they took quite uncomfortable. Wait, those arms look uncomfortable to get around with in a prison camp. I wish there were somewhere I could help. The Nutriball only reveals its name when the string is drawn. To do that, you need a lot of vigor. Usually, the string is invisible, and even if you succeed in pulling it by lucky coincidence, you can't check the name that appears from the viewpoint of the one drawing it. Unless certain conditions are met, there will be no evidence to confirm that bow belongs to Rao. Is that so? In exchange for that information, Reach provided me with a prosthetic arms, upgrades, and maintenance services while I was in prison. She also provided my friends with the supplies they needed. She was a person very different from the uncaring presiding judge who struck us all with unreasonable sentences. At least to us, Rouge Sedan was a much better person than Sahaan, who cared only for his external reputation. You don't even know him well. How dare you speak nonsense about Sahanim? Let's listen to him for now. I guess like chill out. It seems we have forgotten about a power room for a while now, but let's be clear about that first. Why, by whom, and by what method was the power room disabled? It was a crime using magic. If it was a crime using magic, it would have been surely have been recorded. But for a case of imprisonment in the camp for magic criminals, excuse me, there are no, there are almost no magic records from the time of the incident, though there are records of recovery spells apparently used for repairs. That's because the power room was not shut down by magic. In the first place, we never went to magic college. Some of us had never attended a magic academy. Magic crime was never possible. That person said that there would surely be tracking if magic was used, and that we had to make the accident happen in a non-magical way. That it should be expected to lose an arm. Your arm or Ash's arm? Uh-oh. Fine. I'll ask the other way around. Do you think that person is the same one who gave Mihra an oracle? No. That person who gave Mihra an oracle was their enemy. In the end, it was only Mihra's choice whether to kill or save Rao. If the summoning was delayed, the god would have not been able to do anything behind saving Mihra. Wait, you mean that the summon god only moved Mirha, then canceled the summoning? Why wouldn't he stay like Agni name? Wouldn't it be better for wouldn't it be better to hear from Mirha directly? To hear directly from Mirha? You you won't speak, then I'll tell you what I think. Because he despised her. He responded to the summoning, wondering if he could still save Rao, even if it was a little late. But he realized already far too late and probably didn't want to have the human who caused Rao's death as a summoner. Think about it. That god held Rao in regards special enough to give him the neutral bow. So how could he forgive her? That summoning magic that could have saved everybody was used by this human for her own selfish gain. No, it's all lies. Are you thinking about talking now? Then tell us honestly about your legs and how you came to Willar. Okay? There is no guarantee that the transcendental words are true. The transcendent's words are true. I shouldn't let my guard down just because he spoke favorably of me, saying how he appreciated me for my rare spirit. Let's think again. After trying the summoning right after dawn in order to save the transport ship, including Asha, or trying the summoning later or getting my revenge and being the only one to live. The transcendent gave me this book and presented me with a clear choice, as if these were the only paths I can choose from. But that is not true. The one who suggested murder to me from the get-go, the one who spoke of worthiness in the of many lives in a cold expression, if he's that kind of person, then a favor given by him would also not lead into a normal direction. Mine is a life most certainly destined to die anyways, a life I was prepared to lose. If that is so, I won't follow any of the paths he recommends. Okay, to be continued. Young mirror looks very cold, but it's fine since the clothes are heat retaining. Oh, okay. Well, the Nutrable, do you recall the last time it was news? I want to say Ran, but I don't remember. I think Rand pulled it with his mouth on season 2. I don't remember though. There. Listen to me. There was surprisingly many questions about the gender of this person. He's a man. Elementary school reached. Of course, the reason why the person that was supposed to monitor them left because of bribery, not the bathroom. If you look closely at the exit scene, reaches handing them something. Yeah, obviously. There is a area 399 signboard written in Celt alphabet, but why is the water channel written in Korean? Of course, it's self-translating, you know. That was interesting. All right, we'll have a discussion. We'll talk. I feel like we're gonna get to the bottom of this in like within the next 4 chapters about what really happened. So Mira's telling her side of the story. So let's see how it all goes now. Patreon gang, huge shout out to the Patreon gang. Shout out to my certified BAM lovers. That's the CBL. Shout out to the Priests of Fire. Those are the certified Brilith lovers. Are they the real CBL? I don't know. They could be. But a huge shout out to the Fifths and Gods, my tier 3 pledgers on Patreon. Big shout out to 5:28 a.m. Big Abdel, Alan, Andrew, Bruv, Childish Nujabes, Tris, Fitz, Infinite, Irene Sharda, Jacob Holland, Johnny Rogers, Lazy Dragon, Lucky Roo, Revenant, Scobe, Silo, Simi, follow Simi on Twitch, Sonny Kathapali, Tino Brown, Zodiac, and Zyler Scotty. Thank you guys. Your support is greatly appreciated. And because of y'all, I don't gotta eat ice soup. Y'all ever had ice soup? Y'all never had to live off no ice soup, man. All right.